Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, you'll know how $60 million vanished. Yes, the 2016 DAO hack. A story of one tiny bug. Imagine a digital bank that runs itself. No bosses, no managers. And within hours, a single tiny mistake in the code lets someone drain $60 million. This really happened. This is the story of the DAO hack, the bug that split Ethereum in two. By the end of this video, you'll understand what the DAO was, the tiny bug that let the attacker steal millions, and how the hack actually worked in everyday terms. In 2015 and 16, a new platform called Ethereum let people write automation called smart contracts. Think of smart contracts as computer programs that live on the blockchain and run exactly as written. People saw them as a way to build programs that couldn't be turned off by any single person. One of the first big ideas built on Ethereum was the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Instead of a CEO deciding what to fund, anybody could buy DAO tokens with Ether. Token holders could vote on proposals, and if a proposal passed, the DAO would send money to fund it. In a matter of weeks, the DAO raised a huge amount of money, one of the biggest crowdfunding efforts ever at that time. Smart contract, program on the blockchain that runs automatically. DAO group run by code and token votes, not people. Like any investment, people sometimes want to take funds back. The DAO had a function to let token holders withdraw ETH. The intended idea was, you ask for your money, the contract sends you the ETH. And the contract updates its bookkeeping, so it knows it already paid you. Sounds normal, right? Here's the critical detail in the DAO's contract. The order of those two steps mattered. The contract sent the amount ETH first, and updated the balance only afterward. That small ordering choice created the vulnerability. That's like a bank teller who gives you cash before marking your account as debited. The bug that the attacker used is called reentrancy. Don't worry about the word, here's what it means in plain terms. Imagine the teller hands you cash, and while the teller is distracted, you step back in line and ask for more cash. And because the teller hasn't written down the payment yet, the teller gives you money again. You can repeat that over and over and walk away with more money than you were supposed to get. In smart contract land, that's possible when your contract calls another address, sends Ethereum, and that other address can immediately call back into the original contract before the original contract has finished updating its records. The attacker used that exact trick. Send ETH to investor before updating balance is risky. Attacker's contract can call back in to request funds again and repeat until drained. Here's the story in steps, simple, conceptual. The attacker wrote a malicious contract. Think of it as a puppet that could receive ETH, and as soon as it received ETH, automatically immediately asked the DAO for more. The attacker's puppet asked the DAO to withdraw a chunk of money. The DAO, following its code, sent the money first and only then updated the attacker's balance. The puppet's receiving code is written so that when it receives ETH, it immediately triggers another withdrawal before the DAO updates the attacker's recorded balance. The DAO sends ETH again and again, because it still thinks the attacker's balance is the original amount. Each time this happens, the attacker's contract re-enters the withdrawal flow, taking more ETH. This loop repeats hundreds or thousands of times until the attacker extracts a huge amount, about 3.6 million ETH, around 60 million at the time. When the hack was discovered, the DAO still held billions of dollars worth of ETH in that ecosystem. People asked, what do we do? Options were, let the ledger stay immutable. That means do nothing. Some argued this must stand. Even if it was painful, intervene to recover funds and protect investors. The Ethereum developers worked with the community on a solution. The chosen solution was dramatic, a hard fork. The DAO hack left millions of ETH trapped inside the DAO and its child contracts. To save the community, developers proposed something drastic, a hard fork. Soft fork, small rule change, still backward compatible. Hard fork, learned chain splits into new rules, not backward compatible. In July 2016, the hard fork was activated. A new rule was added at block 1.92 million. All ETH stuck in the DAO and its child contracts was forcibly moved into a new withdrawal contract. This withdrawal contract let every DAO token holder reclaim ETH by showing their DAO tokens. One DAO token is equal to the same share of ETH they originally invested. But not everyone agreed. Some believed changing the blockchain history violated the principle of immutability, that the ledger must never be altered. So the community split. The forked chain with the refund contract became Ethereum, ETH. The original chain, unchanged, continued as Ethereum Classic, ETC, Chain A, Ethereum Classic, ETC, Chain B, Ethereum ETH. This wasn't just a technical patch, it was an ethical crisis. One side said, save investors, protect the ecosystem. The other side said, immutable means immutable. If we break that once, it's not blockchain anymore. Both arguments were valid. That's why the split still echoes in debates today. The DAO hack was a $60 million lesson. It showed us simple rules the blockchain follows today. Update balances before sending money. Block re-entry attacks. Keep calls minimal. Audit like lives depend on it. And never lock billions in one contract again. Here's a simplified demo of the bug. See the difference? In the safe version, once the balance is marked as paid, even if someone tries to call again immediately, there's nothing left to steal. This is just conceptual pseudocode, not real code, only to visualize the idea. The DAO hack reshaped Ethereum forever. Security audits became the norm. Safe coding patterns were taught to every developer. The phrase code is law was challenged. It also proved one thing. When billions are at stake, communities must sometimes choose between ideals and pragmatism. A single tiny bug drained $60 million and forced Ethereum to split in two. From that moment, DAO, hack, hard fork, Ethereum versus Ethereum Classic, better security. It's a story that reminds us, small mistakes in code can reshape the future of money. And that's the story of the DAO hack, the $60 million exploit that almost broke Ethereum, but also made it stronger. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.